They say rematches never live up to the hype. Try telling that to Dillian Whyte and Derek Chisora. What a fight. Second fight, 23 rounds shared, and the body snatcher came out on top. Guys, stay tuned as I review the fight between Dillian Whyte and Derek Chisora. Let's go! Let's go! So guys, what a fight it was. 23 rounds they both shared now, Dillian Whyte and Derek Chisora, and they've not let us down in the slightest. They've been brilliant. The first fight was close. I had Dillian win by 1 round, but it could have gone either way. And they decided to run it back, and massive credit to both men. I mean, Derek Chisora's come off a really tough fight with Carlos Takam where he was battered at first and then pulled off a Hail Mary of a comeback and stopped Takam, who's notoriously difficult to stop. But credit has to go to Dillian Whyte as well. He didn't have to take this fight. He could have sat back, waited on the WBC, waited for a world title shot, but no. As he likes to call himself, the can man, anyone can get it, and he lived true to his word, and he gave Chisora the rematch, and for 11 rounds it was a hell of a fight, and it just lived beyond expectation. I actually think this was better than the first fight, and to top the first fight they had to really go above and beyond, and they really did. Now, Derek Chisora had 2 points deducted, and I thought they were both fair deductions, to be honest. He was hitting Dillian low, and the elbow was just stupid. It was silly, he didn't need to do that. But once he did that, he was chasing the fight, and Dillian Whyte landed a sweet left hook, and it's his go-to punch. It's the punch he lives and swears by. It's the punch that he used against Lucas Brown, Joseph Parker. He rocked Anthony Joshua with it, and now he stopped Derek Chisora. If you're saying Dillian Whyte ain't got a knockout punch, or he hasn't got a sweet left hook, then you're not watching the fights I'm watching. And it was a brilliant performance. In the first round, Dillian actually stunned Derek twice, and I was thinking to myself, step on the gas, get him out of there. And he was very mature. He took a step back, just continued to box for the rest of that round, but Chisora came on so strong, and there were times where Dillian would land clean strikes, but he just wouldn't step on the gas, and I was thinking to myself, has he got an injury? Is he scared of tiring out? Is he scared? I mean, a lot was made of Chisora's camp and his work with David Haye and the fact that he'd been in brilliant shape, and you saw it when he was on the scales and you saw it when he was in the ring. He didn't take a backward step once, and he just kept on ploughing forward, and he had a massive amount of volume going into with this fight, and in terms of punching and punch output. But Dillian Whyte stayed compact, took a few body shots, but nothing really clean up top, and just managed the fight really well, paced himself. As Chisora started to slow down, and as he started to chase the fight because of the points reductions, Dillian just started picking sweeter punches, and then he connected with that special left hook of his, and he managed to stop the fight. At the end of the fight, obviously Derek had a horrible knockout, so we're all happy that he's well, and he was able to go to the post-fight press conference, and he's very humble in defeat. Again, really nice to see him and Dillian backstage, exchanging pleasantries and showing their respect for each other. They're both warriors. A lot was said going into the fight. It was always going to be like that. 1, they're hyping up the fight. 2, they probably don't actually like each other, and 3, is boxing, isn't it? There's going to be animosity, and they put that all to bed. They had a scrap. They left it all in the ring. 2 men, 2 warriors, and kudos to both of them. But what happened after the fight was just as entertaining as what happened in the 11 rounds previously. Dillian Whyte called out Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua accepted the call out, stepped onto the apron. They wouldn't let him in the ring, which is a bit of a shame. I'm a fan at heart, so it'd be nice seeing them both in the ring. Maybe it's best it didn't happen, although I do think they're both professionals, so I don't think anything would have happened. And Joshua basically asked the crowd, do you want Wilder, do you want Whyte? They cheered at both. Who knows what's going to happen next? Personally, Dillian Whyte deserves a world title shot. He has to get one. There's no two ways about it. It really should be against Deontay Wilder, because he is the mandated #1 for the WBC. But what's going on at WBC, no one really knows. And it looks like Wilder's going to fight Fury next in the rematch. That only leaves one other world heavyweight champion, that's Anthony Joshua. And it looks like they're going to rerun their first battle. And I mean, I'm looking forward to it. Both fighters have matured. Dillian actually picked up a bad injury in that fight. Not making excuses for him. He didn't make any for himself, so I'm not going to make any excuses for him either. But I don't think it's as plain sailing as people think if that fight happens. I think a lot of people think Joshua's just going to blow him out of the water. I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's going to be a really close fight. I do expect a stoppage. Right now, I can't call it. I can't call it if I'm going to be honest. I mean, you guys let me know who you think is going to win. But it looks like that's the two routes that's going to happen. It's going to be Tyson Fury versus Wilder, Dillian Whyte versus Anthony Joshua, and then hopefully the winners of both fight meet. And do you know what? Even the losers of both fight meet. It's such an exciting time for heavyweight boxing. I'm buzzing. I'm sure you're buzzing after yesterday's fight. So let me know what you guys think. Who should be the next fight for Dillian Whyte? There's no disputing he deserves a world title fight. So let me know in the comments below. And as always, guys, thank you very much for listening. And thank you for watching the Sanderson Show.